Okay, this is going to sound kind of dramatic, but I swear, this one little kitchen hack actually made meal prepping so much easier. Like, I didn't expect it to change the game, but it totally did. And if you're anything like me, trying to lose weight without living in the kitchen or constantly feeling deprived, this is something you're going to want to try, because this isn't a fancy gadget or a complicated new system. It's just one really smart change that simplified everything. So, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, how I use it, and why it's perfect for anyone who's trying to eat healthy, lose weight, or meal prep without losing their mind. And honestly, I wish someone had told me about this sooner. But real quick, before we get into it, if you're just starting your journey or you're struggling to stay consistent, I've got a free resource I made just for you, and it's called the 5-Step Food Freedom Roadmap. And it walks you through how to start healing your relationship with food, how to stay consistent with your goals, and finally feel in control again. So just comment freedom and I'll make sure that you get it. It's totally free and it's helped so many people already. Okay, now let's get into this hack. So, when I started this journey, I was overwhelmed, not to say the least. I just started eating whole food, plant-based. For me, no added oil, no refined sugars, and no added salt. Everything had to be chopped and steamed and batch cooked. And honestly, it was a lot. I was prepping salads and beans and veggies and sauces and dressings, and my kitchen looked like a food tornado hit it every single Tuesday. I know, kind of an odd day to choose the meal prep, but it's what works best for me. And I kept thinking, if I have to keep spending this much time on food, am I really going to stick to it? It kind of worried me, and it was so exhausting, and it really got me thinking. I was making these amazing bowls and salads and then storing everything in these random containers, or those big huge glass bowls, and then they would get pushed to the back of the fridge and I would forget about them. I would portion stuff out in Tupperware and then loathe eating it because it was all mushy and mixed together weird. And just so you know, I am not a fan of my food mixing together unless I decide it needs to be mixed together. I didn't want leftovers. I wanted fresh, satisfying food that didn't seem like leftovers and didn't feel like a chore to eat. And then one day, I decided that I needed to pack my food differently. I had seen people using several different things like mason jars and simple, containers. And I was thinking, wait, that's it? So I thought I would give it a try. And that right there was the kitchen hack that changed everything. I started buying mason jars in bulk and using them to portion out everything like overnight oats, sauces, dressings, hummus. And then I also bought some of these Ikea glass containers, the ones with the snap lids. Oh my gosh, they are amazing and cheap. So I use those for things like sliced veggies, bean salads, even full salads, and then I put the dressing at the bottom of the container. It also made my fridge look so organized. Meals just felt real easy because they were grab and go, and somehow it made everything taste better. And also, I actually wanted to eat it. So here's why this works so well. Portion control without thinking about it. So each jar or glass container is the same size. You know exactly how much you're eating without having to do any weighing, no measuring, and no guessing. It stays fresh longer. Seriously, mason jars and those Ikea containers are airtight. So all of my chopped salads stay crisp for days. And I'm not tossing away soggy lettuce or weird slimy beans anymore. It is visually satisfying. So I open my fridge and feel like I'm on Pinterest. And when something looks that good, I am more likely to eat it. Meal prepping feels easier than ever. So instead of these giant batches of food dishes that I have to rework into meals, I just grab a few jars or containers and there you go, lunch is ready. You feel proud of yourself. Now this one is big because when your fridge is full of all this nourishing food that you prepped in these cute little jars and containers, you just feel like you're showing up for yourself. Now, I know this sounds like a very small thing, and honestly, I used to think that I needed to be Martha Stewart or something to make meal prep easier. But that's not what helped me lose over 200 pounds. It was simple, repeatable habits like this. Making one change that removed the friction, one change that made it easier to follow through. Because let's be real, weight loss is hard enough. If the meal prep feels overwhelming, then you're going to burn out. But when it feels doable, you'll keep going. And for me, this kitchen hack made this a doable habit that felt even easier. Now, let me tell you how I use mason jars and containers every week. So, every Tuesday, I do anywhere from 90 minutes to maybe 3.5 hours of batch cooking, depending on what I make. So I'll make a big batch of beans, some quinoa, a veggie stir fry, steamed greens, steamed veggies, some sort of sauce or dressing, and lots of raw veggies. And then I use the jars and containers to portion them out. So I might do 4 jars of bean salad and 3 jars of a little sauce, and then 5 jars of overnight oats. I might cut up fruit and put them in the containers, and even my greens for my green smoothies. It all stacks really neatly. I don't waste any food, and I actually look forward to eating. Also look forward to meal prep. It's like fast food, except it's my food, and it fuels me properly, and it aligns with all of my goals. Now, I know that this isn't some revolutionary hack, but here's the thing that I don't think anyone tells about. It's not those big changes that keep you going. It's these tiny and consistent shifts. The things that make your life just 5% easier. That 5% is going to build, and over time, it is going to add up to very big momentum, to belief, to an identity change. So yeah, maybe it's just a small kitchen hack, but for me, it's helped me feel organized and prepared, like I could trust myself to keep showing up, and that matters more than any temporary fix or any fancy diet or any plan that promises quick results. So, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by the food prep or struggled to stay consistent, I'd love to know what's one little trick that's made your healthy eating journey feel easier. Let me know in the comments because I'm always looking for new ideas. And hey, if this video helped and you're into simple, realistic ways to stay on track, you're going to love this one right here. Okay, friends, you have got this. One little shift at a time. Until our next conversation, stay kind to yourself, eat like you love yourself, and keep going. You're doing better than you think. Bye for now.